You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherlands calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I know a lot of people are not expecting us to come live today, but as you can see, we actually have a very pressing, as I can say, a very important information and a great speech from a great lady that is coming up today to address the global platform, the global world on the situation in Ethiopia. Can you just switch and change our text? And today is the first time. Remember, we had this challenge 2 days ago or last weekend about this buffering, about this noise. And so we had to reboot and reset all the way from Namibia, Mata, Namundjebo, particularly in terms of the voiceless. When it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to the African girl child or the woman, Dr. Mata Namundjebo Tilahun is the household name on the continent. She is not here for the first time. Was the African Daily TV family. You know her since last year. She's one of the biggest supporters of the Pan African Daily TV, not only to be a guest or to address various situations on the backbone. She is now and walk the walk. And so I am so excited, and I know all of us are excited because the situation in Ethiopia is going to define and determine the peace and the politics in the world, not just on the continent of Africa, but on the whole world. So global peace for Ethiopia is global peace for the whole world. Victory for Ethiopia is victory for the whole world, not just Africa, right? I'm very happy because when I posted and say this queen and this cheer lady, this boss lady is coming to address the world today, she's not just coming to talk about what the world is doing to Africans or how the world is playing around, right? With the peace and security, without standing to take into consideration act and the impact of whatever decisions that we are taking in terms of global world politics. So it is about humanity. Remember, we started talking about it. It is not about, color. It's not about particular race of people. Of course, that also is a point. But right now, the world is ungovernable because we are all suffering from one common thing. It is either we're going to rise together or we're all going to crash together. So it's not only about the African continent. This is a situation that concerns the whole world. And so it is time for all of us to stand up at our voices and make the change that we all want to see in this world. It's either we all survive or we all are going to perish. So I want to thank you so that I'm having Dr. Marta here. And as you can see, always smart, always cute, always beautiful. I mean, I'm always thinking how I'm going to do my own hair like her own. I mean, this cut of her, I'm always very excited each time she's sitting here. You know why? Because she's my role model. She's my role model. She's the mother. She's the queen. She's the lady. She's the sister. She's the one that talks and poo, right? If we haven't been seeing her here in a shorter time, it's just because she has been going around talking exactly what she wants to tell us here. So I want to thank all of you. If you're signing, if you're joining for the first time, make sure you share this conversation because it's a spatial historical speech from first queen of the continent addressing the situation in Ethiopia. The first queen, I said it. We haven't heard any voices out there. We've seen Africans struggling in their own, a few voices, but we haven't actually heard some very prominent and top voices addressing it. And this is the first time, and it's going to continue as we speak. So, my queen, I am so delighted. You can see the way I'm ranting and I'm just shaking is because I have you. When I have you, I can make noise because I know you have me and you have the continent in your hands. So I want to thank you so very much, my queen. But before we go into this while we're warming up, because actually I made a mistake and say 8 p.m. South Africa, which I did take into consideration that the Central European times change 1 hour behind you. So as a matter of fact, right now it's already 8:47 in South Africa. So the South Africans, so Namibia or East Africa or the continent is waiting to listen to this speech. And we were still 15 minutes delay. And that's why even our audience is thinking, is this just really the conversation that, yes, but we are here and we are live. I still hear some people saying that the video is freezing. Is problem out there? I want you in the chat to give me a feedback. Am I freezing? Because I think there are some delays and it could happen. It could really happen because right now, as you know, the love gradually creeping in. And so every other service is online as we're talking. We had this situation last year and it's going to happen again during this winter period. So we better get set on that. So, yes, I'm really free myself. I'm freezing. Yes, I'm freezing. Anyway, so let us get to the conversation. We're greeting our guest. Dr. Marta, can you just say something about, do you hear me? Can you hear me well? Am
I
I
can hear
buffering?
you.
Is it okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Good evening to Africa.
All right. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Audience, can you hear us well? Yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead, Dr. Marta. Yes.
I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much. You can hear me. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I can
Yes,
hear
Evelyn Shilamba is saying it is freezing a little bit, but the voice is clear. Fine. If my voice is clear, Dr. Mata's voice is clear. Don't matter. Don't worry about our faces or anything. We are so beautiful. You know us, all of us. So don't worry about how we look. You just need to get the message of this powerful queen. Dr. Mata is here to address us. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I hear you say you can hear us. Fine. So, Dr. Mark, I saw a very incredible video sitting on social media and the press out there talking about your coronation, the biggest or the big woman in town, not just in town in Namibia, but on the continent, adopting a whole village. What was that ceremony about?
That was a coronation of head women. It's to provide the service to the nation. It's not really, yeah, that's all. You have to have uh, people to lead.
Okay.
You want to be a leader. So those people are there and they wanted me to lead them. So that's what happened. We hardly have head women We only had
Thank you so
men.
much. Congrats.
In this occasion, we do have some. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, maybe we just go straight into the conversation of today. Yes, David is saying Dr. Mata is so gorgeous. She is absolutely gorgeous, I tell you. You know, she's unbeatable. Don't even try that. Don't try that. Doctor, what if you see the situation in Ethiopia today? What is it that you want to address the nation about the situation in Ethiopia?
Um, Dr. Susan, thank you so much having me again back to this platform, and it's back home actually. First of all, good evening, and thank you once again. I would just like to talk about Africa. Africa, unity in diversity, and when it's coming to Ethiopia. So, when I would like to say about Ethiopia is that Africa is like a body of human being, and the completeness of it is when all the part of the functioning properly. Any pain to one part of the body affect the whole body. 18. It is in a view of this that as a daughter of Africa, as a mother, as a woman, I am disturbed by attempts engineered from outside Africa aimed at undermining the stability in Ethiopia. So, Dr. Susan, the Western media is on the overload, creating lies and propaganda against the government of Ethiopia. The ultimate aim is to destabilization of Ethiopia with a view of installing a puppet regime and to sing and also to dance for them. So such an prognosis is too ghastly to contemplate. That's how I look at it. So Africa is Ethiopia, and Ethiopia is Africa. It is the heart of our African Union, we all know, and it is the bedrock of our Pan-Africanist existence. So it is impossible to imagine that the country in the world would be holds hands amidst a violation of its territorial integrity and sovereignty. There is no country does not have its citizens holding diverse opinion. This is the essence of democracy. However, can USA or Britain or Canada or any nation tolerate any externally sponsored rebellion against it? So the Ethiopian government is therefore protecting and defending itself just like any other countries would. It is defending the lives of its people. The Prime Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy, is at the forefront of that patriotic move and of that national mobilizations of national defense. As an African, we must, this is my humble request, we must stand together with Ethiopia to ensure that peace and triumphs over war, to ensure that drums of war are silenced, that prosperity is extended to all Ethiopians and all Africans. The United Nations Security Council and the African Union should convene urgently to this matter in the interest of world peace and stability. I also call upon the people of Ethiopia at home and abroad, people in diaspora, to be reminded that what unites you is more than what might divide you. Hold hands, brothers and sisters, and reject the menu of destabilizations of Ethiopia. I would like to end with the quote from Martin Luther King, without saying many things, saying that our lives begins to end the day we become silent about things that matters. Africa matters. I must say that. So like you said earlier, the victory of Ethiopia is the victory of Africa. As a mother and as a daughter, and having the organization which is for African girl child, not only in Namibia, is for all over Africa. Because this is something close to a mother, to the mothers. So this is the only message I would like to give to all of us, that we need to hold on to get together and take this very serious. That's the message I would like to give today.
Absolutely. I mean, it is not just a message, but it is a call.
Yeah.
And if you look at the leaders, we also know that this process is.
The last time I went this platform, I give a homework to 10,000 listeners, that some of them, they do have, if they don't work at the State House where our leaders live, they have either sisters or brothers who work closer to our leaders. And I gave them the message. And today, I did not get the answer yet, but I'm still waiting. And I know you have the answer to the problems. Together, we can make it happen. As African, for Africa. That's the Africa we want to see. Like I said earlier, Africa is like a body of human being. And the completeness of it is when all part of function properly. If your neck is not feeling well, there's no way you can look around. So that's the message I would like to give tonight. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Doctor. You said last time, and when you were here, I think we had just barely 10,000 exactly subscribers, but now we have tripled that, and we're almost at 45,000, 50,000 close. Can you just give another can you just repeat the assignment for the more than 25,000 that did not get that message?
The message for today is that I also like to call upon of the Ethiopian at home and abroad and diaspora to be reminded that what unites them is more than what might divide them. So, and at the same time, I would like the United Nations Security Council and the African Union should to intervene urgently in this matter in the interest of world peace and stability. That's what I would like to see.
Dr. Mata, we know you're very influential personality in terms of political decisions and even talking to some leadership. You had addressed a couple of times this particular African Union. Now, what is it that the diaspora should do? I know the assignment you gave last time, like we have to tweet to all the leaders. I know that you understand the situation.
I promise to the people in diaspora that we need them back in Africa. And the question they ask me, are you going to give us a job? I said, no, I'm not going to give you a job, but I will create the opportunity for you. That's all I could do. Africa will create opportunity for you. I will be part of that to create opportunity for you. Not necessarily to give you a job, but to create opportunity for you and make use of it. Because we have more, like now we have this COVID-19. We should look at that, is here to stay, and then it should be the opportunity for us to be creative and innovative. Because also learn how to live with it. And I believe together we have less doctors. We have more doctors outside Africa than we have in hospital here in Africa. So we need them back. We have the solution. The solution is with us. Leadership is action, not position. And most of the people, they would like to be quiet because they want to be popular. I never be any popularity contest. I never got to that one. So I believe that leadership is not about popularity, it's about passion and dedication. And I would like all of us to dedicate it to Africa we belong. That's the only way we will be able to find a solution and for Africa we want. Yeah.
We should how far are we going? No, I don't know when I'm breaking. That's why I pause.
Mm-hmm.
How far have we gone with the African girl child schools that you're putting on the continent? I mean, is when we say African girl child, it's not only focusing on the girl child, but you're giving opportunities to train our youth into entrepreneurship.
Yes, after the lockdown, which introduced by, I don't know, things been slowed down, but nevertheless, we're getting there. And we are doing little by little, and slowly but surely, we'll get there. I'm trying my little way to make sure that I empower the African girl child, because they will be the future mother of the future leader of Africa. We're going to run out of leaders. My mother and your mother won't be there. My mother is already gone, actually. So they won't be there to produce you, Dr. Susan. or to produce anybody else. So this is very important that we invest on the girls. And that's why it's something close to my heart, especially education and empowering them. This is what important.
It's very important, particularly
because
I know this is not
it's not the time of talking about politics. This is the time to talk about economic emancipation, and that's what we would like us to concentrate on. This slogan, this politics, it might work, but not this time. This time we need to concentrate on economic, how to empower the Africans, how to empower ourselves, to talk about entrepreneurs, to produce things for ourselves, by Africans, for Africa, in Africa.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take a break because I know it's actually getting it, there's a breakage, but I see the comments in the chat saying this is a woman that knows what she's talking about, that feels the pain of the continent. Even the way you speak, Dr. Mata, you don't ramble. I mean, you speak with some respect for what you are saying. And I know you personally, and I'm grateful that I'm sitting as executive on that foundation for the African girl child that you're putting out there. You actually gave me that honor to be on that board. I'm very, very thankful for it. And I'm calling on all of us that this is a decade that we're going to take this very far, because Dr. Mata, like I said, knows it all and has been there. If it is in terms of international business, she knows it. She is what I call Namibia's or Africa's most influential woman that knows what it means to drive the economy and businesses around the globe. So, right here and talking to the powerhouse of industrialization, technology, entrepreneurship, and not just by mouth, but by action. So, Dr. Mata, I am very grateful, and we are grateful to have you. Now, there is a situation going around. I don't know if it's the right time for us to talk about it, because you're here. This issue of the African girl child being kidnapped, being raped, being sold, being trafficked into all sort of things. Now, that is the question you want to address by if our young girls and women could be occupied busy, with productivity, manufacturing, using their handwork and the know-how that they already has, that could be a solution to incidents of trafficking or prostitution or whatever like this, or stealing of our children, isn't it?
That's been a problem to all of us, seeing the people leaving Africa for the green pasta. But at the same time, you look at them drowning in the sea. And who to be blamed is us in Africa. Who did we blame might be our leaders. I know they might not like it, but not only our leaders, ourselves, all of us. All of us. You don't need to be necessarily to be particular leaders, but wherever you are leading somebody in your house. It means leaders is when you have somebody to lead. You might have some leaders who do not care about, they might not have anybody to lead. So leadership is about dedication, how you dedicated to. Who are you leading to? If you don't have anybody to lead and you call yourself a leader, you have to a leader for uniting. What we're talking about, I spoke earlier, we talk about unity. We need unity. Unity is what creates everything. And unity in diversity. That's what is important. Unity. Unity is not there. We need to unite. Now we look like in Africa, we live in the backyard of somebody. Somebody tell you what time to go to bed. Somebody close, probably create the border. And then somebody close the border without even consulting you. We should be part of any consultation, which is very important. But now, you just hear, wake up, the border is closed. Who closed the border? You don't know. Who divide us? You don't know. So how are you going to find a solution? We don't live in the backyard of anybody. We live in our own country, in our own Africa. We should be proud about ourselves. If we don't know where we're coming from, there will be no way for us an African to know where we're heading to. That's all I can say. It's really, really, because you have to have neighbors. You have to have brothers and sisters. In Africa, we all belong to one continent, which is Africa. And that's all we have, with all those natural resources. We have everything. We have everything. I don't know why we live here and then go and look forward. Where you stand, everything is under the ground. What are we looking for? So that's what I'm saying. We need peace. We need unity. We need unity. As mothers, as a girl of Africa, that's what we would like to see. I would like to see all of us stand together and unite with all those Ethiopians today. Next is you. Yeah. That's all I can say today.
For a leader like Dr. Ahmed Abiy or Dr. Abiy Ahmed, it must be very challenging. I mean, somebody, a doctor that was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes. And young. And yeah. We need women. We need young. We need to empower youth, because those are the future leader of tomorrow of Africa. We need women. I believe in women, as a matter of fact. My own company, 75% are women. And I have nothing to worry about. I have nothing to worry about. Let us try to see what is women capable. You hear some people saying there's no women. Who are the mother of the men? It's women, isn't it? Where are they? They're there. We just to invest on those girls. That's all I can say. If we could have,
I feel like
more Susan Tata with this communication is very important. And I've been saying that we need the CNN of Africa, where we can communicate to ourselves, we can report our own. Then we're not going to be here complaining about the Western media's overload, creating liars and propagandas. because we were nowhere to be found. And remember, all these medias are funded by natural resources from Africa, including France. Yeah. If you don't know what you have, we have everything in Africa. And then every time you find,
particularly you.
I join some people who talk about complaining about sometimes Chinese. They have a right to complain. But I want to tell you one thing. The moment you negotiate with somebody who knows what they want and you don't know what you want, you never find a solution. Chinese, they know what they want before they come to you, before they come to Africa. They know what they want, but we do not know what we want. You might think, if somebody asks what you want, you think about yourself, your family. That's not unity. That's not to Ubuntu's spirit. It's not. It's not Ubuntu's spirit.
Wow. It's a fact. We've been talking about it, that you're giving us another perspective that is, I don't know, that's why you see there's some kind of respect in this family today from what you're saying. So we begin to think it's because we don't even know what we have worth of. So any person can come and do anything with us because we don't even know our own value.
You see, why we deemed that Africa is unable to manage their own affairs without the interference of the West or the wherever they are. It's not us African that believe in Ubuntu. When did we ever see the interference result in peace and stability? Till this day, we have seen interference extended civil war in many countries. Enough is enough now. We don't want to see war anymore. We want to see business. We want to see people empowering people to have food sustainable, food security on our own, depending on our own. We import more food from somewhere else than exporting many things, what we have here. So we have everything. Civil conflict has affected many countries. Africa is not the first. We even currently, if I can say it, witnessing the civil unrest in West Europe and Asia. However, instead of the media reporting factual, their reporting is politicized and all propaganda with no aim promoting peace and stability of any nation experiencing the civil unrest.
Correct.
Yeah.
This afternoon, we just had a press in Germany that actually this Sunday reported on, the title was "The Africa Virus Has Met Us Here." And actually the African community is born on that article. And we're going to see a lot of setbacks in the coming days on that article. It's not just an article with a headline, but even the picture that they use, a mother and a young guy staring at a window, like this is the virus that is coming. How can you take a global pandemic, something that started from Wuhan lab, We never saw a headline that it came from Wuhan, from China, with Chinese faces. But now we're seeing a whole media of a whole economic region put a headline, say the Africa virus has met us here. And we're going to be reporting on that, paying a very close attention on that, because exactly that is what you are saying. It's not just propaganda, but it's division and hate. If you spur such article and say the Africa virus, and you put a face of a woman and a child, so it is that woman and that child that is the virus that you want your audience to see. So what kind of peace you as a media promote when you put such biased article? And it is even the people that are circulating that message are Germans and not even Africans, saying, look at what the world is becoming in. So how can we live together in peace when we go, shamelessly putting such article to say the Africa virus is here? We never heard of the Chinese virus that is all over the world. And to find out that that particular variation of the virus, as some of the people are saying, been originated from Belgium and was discovered in South Africa. So how come it becomes an Africa virus that has a face? So when your citizens read it and they see an African child or an African, so they become automatically a virus. That is how biased and one-sided the Western media has been. And it's a shame, particularly in times like this, when the world is facing this kind of challenge and we're seeking for solutions on the global crisis of this pandemic. And then some media houses use it as a propaganda tool or a business. I don't know what kind of even business is that if you can be human.
You are right. And then I think we all allow it to happen. We African. Because we mentioned earlier that what kind of African we would like to see, the African we want. What kind of African we want? Forget about the rest. We African, what kind of African we want today? That's the question I would like everybody to answer. You don't have to. You do not have to answer to me, but I would like you to answer to yourself. What kind of African we want? Africa we want. Answer to yourself. Answer to yourself. You want Africa run by somebody else? You want Africa to be at the backyard of somebody else? Because today, I know we do understand the importance of protecting the human being from the coronavirus, and another one, the new one just came. But from nowhere, and then you just tell me you are in lockdown. Don't move to your neighbor. Don't go nowhere. I don't know how you arrive to those decisions. And sometimes decision coming from the people who have their salary uninterrupted from since day one, I have a problem. You're talking to the people who has the empty stomach. You're talking to the people who has nothing to eat. Well, we have everything. Some of our businesses believe dependence on the movement of the people. If there's no movement of the people, what are you doing here? If you cannot move, of course, I would like somebody to say that, okay, observe the protocol and then make sure that you obey to the rules. And yeah, you do what need to be done to protect yourself and to protect the neighbor, to protect the other person. Wash your hands, distancing, all the kind of things. We all love to live. I remember saying to you that we all visit on this world, and we should love each other.
Mm-hmm.
When we came here naked, and we go back naked. One thing I always like to say is that you might be able to make money in this world, and because of money you hate the others. But the only thing you can take to heaven when you die is probably a PIN number. But unfortunately, there's no ATM machine in heaven. So what are you going to do with your PIN number? It means don't waste your time. Let us just work together, empower each other, develop Africa to capacity. Stop being a beggar. We become expert on begging. Begging who? We have everything. Please stop begging from Africa. If I can say that. This is with the respect. I'm so sorry for that. But it's just, yeah. Yeah. Together we can. I believe so. So what do you think? You have a platform.
You're so cute, Dr. Mata.
You create a platform for us to talk with fear and favor. So let us do so.
You're so cute. I mean, even the mother, we hear this passion in your voice, and so when you say, "What do you do?" I just don't know how to. You know how emotional I am always as an African sister and a mother as well, and a daughter. Yes, my queen. The most essential thing that you keep telling me every day is just
nothing personal. Nothing personal. This is pure business. We should take this one as a business. Africa should create a conducive environment for the future, for the youth, for the women, for everybody to do something, for the business to flourish. That's all we can do. Or we probably can ask government to create a conducive environment. Yeah. That's all I can say.
But we are thinking, Dr. Mata, we're thinking that we want to delegate you as a spokesperson for us for the African Union, because you know that house so well, and you've been addressing that house, and they know you and they respect you. And we're thinking to delegate you and send you as a spokesperson with some questions.
No, I mentioned earlier before that we should come up with the women. We do have women. We know them. I mentioned one of them the other time, Dr. Arikana. Should we have sent that woman to African Union to advance the agenda of the future of Africa, the agenda of women, the agenda of youth, to be on top of the other agendas? Because we have to prioritize some of this important agenda. So we need somebody to advance the agenda of the better future of all of us in Africa.
We are working on that, but I don't know if you're aware that your brothers.
What do you say?
I'm saying, I don't know whether you're aware that your brothers actually were the ones that did not. We were doing, Africans were saying, yes, I mean, we have to. And she was putting her candidate. But before we need, as usual, they, his own brothers actually played her around. So, yes, we're looking, it's 2 years left and we're working on that. And we need all the support that she deserves. And she has proven, and she is working hard day and night and to make Africa that what you are saying. And so, yes, I think it is very relevant, and the work is now for all of us.
Everything has a reason, and there's always Alpha and Omega. So I always saying that when you take up a position, means you go to the office and you find a chair in that office. It means, and you did not take a chair to that office. It means somebody was sitting there, and somebody gonna sit there. Don't think you are there permanently. So for this, whatever happened, let it be. Everything has a reason. A time will come. So there's nothing personal.
What about you, Dr. Mata?
About what? What are you saying? What is your question?
I mean, my question is, I would also, or the community would also like to see you sit on that chair, or even in the chair in Namibia. I mean, you're also a patron to us on the Africa We Want Global and the Pan-African Daily, and you have even already given us an office in Namibia, which we're very grateful for. And yes, but we also like, I mean, you want me to say what?
No, Dr. Susan, I want to tell you one thing. And then this I want to say to all African. And I want to say, when I say Africa, I would like to say is that when you are in Africa, I don't want an African person to feel so strange in an African country, because I only want African person to feel strange when you are in the bank, because in the bank, that's the only area people talk about foreign currency. You are not a foreigner in Africa. You are home. That's what I'm saying. We need all of you from diaspora back to Africa now.
Oh, now. Yes,
Now.
Mom. We are on our way.
Come find the solution together. You look at the question that remains: are you going to provide a job for us? No, we provide opportunity. Opportunities are here. Just come. Just come. Actually, Namibia is big.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. Dr. Mata is defending, yes, is defending the territory and the continent of Africa because, like she says, she knows where the minerals are, she knows where the employment are, she knows where the human capacity is. And that's why she's putting a big foundation out there for entrepreneurship for people, particularly the girls, that she says, well, you empower one woman, you empower a whole nation. And so she is not just saying, like we just say, diaspora, come home. If you want to get contact, not just contact. And when she says come home, she knows what she's talking about. Please get in contact with us. And we all are going to Namibia to sit at the doorsteps of Dr. Mata. She's already given us enough space there. And that's why she is actually, as the peace ambassador for women now, on the continent, going around and sensitizing platforms about the need for there to be peace on the continent, particularly what we see cooking in Ethiopia. We don't have to fire that pot. We have to quench that fire. And so she's going from platform to platform. She's been on the media. She's talking to girls. She's talking to leaders. She's talking to everyone. And today she just gave me a call coming from Guinea or Mali, where she was 2 days ago, only on this peace process. Say, Dr. Susan, I have a message. You have to be, even though you're off today. And I say, yes, ma. So it is a global call for peace, and we should know what is happening. That if Ethiopia is gone, then we stay slaves forever.
We are the mother of all. Then we should worry. Then we should be disturbed. Yeah.
Thank you. We are coming. I hear the comments in the chat. Kalia Baker say, we are coming, Mama. We are coming. Even
And
if we don't already see that the pandemic is not even favorable, like you say.
And thanks for listening too. That's why I like you all, by listening. And forgive me for whatever I said something is unintentionally. But I love you all. I love you all. And I mean it. Yeah. Yeah.
We love you too. And we mean it.
Thank you.
Yes.
And it was honor to be in this platform back again. And yeah. Talking my view. This today was particular on Ethiopia. Like you're saying, the victory of Ethiopia is the victory for Africa. Yeah. Thank you.
We also want to congratulate those leaders that are spending sleepless night out there. And I know they're watching us. Each time Dr. Mata is here, all the presidents are watching. Can you believe that? So if you have any comment, please just make sure you drop those comments.
I'm not saying I'm proud about all the African leaders. These days, they're really working hard.
Yes.
And then I think they need us to support them and to make sure that we achieve what we really good for Africa. Yeah.
Ashe.
Good luck to our leaders.
Good luck to them. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because we know they know that you are the victor, you pamper them, but you also would say it when it's not right. And so we are also sending our congratulations to them. Like we say most of the time, if your father is the madman, you are only a child of a madman.
Yes.
And so no matter how we point these fingers, they are leaders, they are fathers. When we walk on the street, they say corrupt. Yes.
It's okay. Lovely. Lovely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Mom. This is the story that I said. The news article that is saying the Africa virus is here with us. It's a German newspaper, very prominent one. So these faces of this young girl and young woman, and it's always a woman and a young person, it's never the elderly, targeted news that is meant to punch where the problem is. Women whom we look, and our girls whom we look at the power engine, and our youths, the image they are using. Now, if you look at that image, it doesn't say me, Susan, you, Mata, or all of you that are watching are different. That is you. So that's why we say, even if we are bad, our leadership, our government, it's all of us.
Yeah.
Dr. Mata.
You are all important. You are all important. That's all I can say. You're all important. And I sincerely take this cognizance of your very busy schedule and the multiple tasks on your hands, but you'll be able to accommodate all of us on this platform. And that's the way to go. I thank you that sincerely. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
We thank Africa for giving us that possibility. I mean, we are grateful. As you're saying it, I read from the chat and the comment exactly. I said it, or we're saying it. Africa is our workplace now. If you don't have a job, Africa is your employee.
Yes.
Whether you're coming as a volunteer, you're coming as a skill, you're coming as a developer, you're coming as even an advisor to the leadership, and you're coming ready to take over the leadership.
You are expert.
Know that Africa is your employer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Mata, when are you opening your doors to us?
I have an open door policy because I'm here because of you. I don't know who's my boss. That's why I said thank you to everybody. That's why I have time for everybody, because where I am today, should you were not there, I wasn't going to be where I am today. I'm really drawing the strength and aspiration from you all as African and confident. That's why I speak with fear and favor, because of you. As a matter of fact, I'm in a position where nobody can hire me, either fire me, because you are the good boss. You don't fire, you don't hire. So I would love all of us to be in that position. The only guys I'm afraid is the guy above, the creator. And he's a good person. He doesn't need a secretary. So we are here for all of us together. So yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I want to be you. You know, I mean, it's
You're my boss.
oh, yes, it's so it's difficult to see. I mean, I know you don't like it when we say, you know, you're influential, when we say you're powerful, not your qualities. I know it. Me too. But it's really rare. It's so rare to see that feminine energy in you, despite the kind of big things you do. But you still keep that motherhood. And that's why I look upon you as my role model, as my everything, my big sister, my everything, because my friend, even, and I'm proud, I'm humbled to call you that, because you teach us what humility, no matter how high you are, but how low you serve, how humble, how passionate you are. You one of that big women that will call me to say, Dr. Sila, I just want to find out how you're doing with the kids and the family. It is unheard of, right? And I think multiplying you, I mean, I'm seizing your words out of your mouth to actually speak to our audience that is watching us, those that don't know you, that haven't seen you for the first time. If there is one name and one woman that is a mother among other women that you have to remember today until afterlife, is Dr. Mata Tilahun Namundjebo. Just Google her. She is the author and the first lady that goes and even talk to the first ladies on the continent, uniting them irrespective of how you are, from the bottom, middle to the top. This is who this queen that is sitting here, as simple, as young, as cute, beautiful,
Wow.
and like nothing. But that is you, Dr. Marta. That is you. I mean, I cannot keep it. And that's why I'm here quacking this mouth, because there are some powers in us good people, us African, that somebody has to pull it out. Somebody has to pull that magnet out. Sometimes we are good and we're too shy to even be proud of the good things that we do. We're too humble to own even great things that we do. But I think it's time that you can do it. You can be your own doctor. You're also a medical doctor. That you can even cure yourself. So somebody else has to really dance that dance or play that drums for you. And I do it with all my passion because I've tasted you and I've known who you are. And I'm grateful to have met you. Yes. So I want to open up some and take some questions. If any of you would have a question for Dr. Mata, or generally just to hold this conversation before she goes, she has her time, like she says, even though she has a lot of things, but she chooses what to do. She has her time. Dr. Mata, what is the secret? How did your mama raise you to be such a humble girl, beautiful baby girl?
And I don't know what. Susan, wow, you said so many things which I don't know. But anyway, thank you. I take it as a compliment. And I must say that, always saying that we need more Susan, Dr. Susan. We need more of you. Empowering the women, creating this platform. Because there's a perception that women only need to be in the kitchen. No, not all the time. Yes, of course. Of course. But yeah, women, yeah, we need more of you, I must say. And I thank you so sincerely. And I also thank the listeners for being that patient and tolerate all this, whatever we've been saying. Right?
Dr. Mata, one last question, particularly on the issue of Ethiopia. Talking about Prime Minister Dr. Abiy, but we know that it's a woman that is a president that is sitting there, our sister Walker. And I don't know. I don't know, but you can imagine the note.
There was a time he has the woman as the president and under his leadership, which I thank him for that. Yeah. Yeah. We promote women. Most leaders, they do. In Namibia, we have a 50-50 gender balance. Gender, yeah, zebra style. But sometimes you feel like men, they are doing it like they were sleeping probably on duty, and they allow those things instead of doing gradually. By the time they find that they talk about 50-50 in all positions, they change their mind. It looked like they were probably sleeping on duty, but nevertheless, we thank the men for that. And of course, we cannot live without them. And the same, equally, they cannot live. I have a confidence on them because they make us believe that, or they make the women believe that they cannot live without them. But believe me, they are smart. Women can live without. Mm-hmm. I say it. So women, you can do it. You have a heart and you have a brain. Women have a brain. And that brain is not really protected. Is always a victim by many things. The fear and many things. But nevertheless, keep it up. Yeah. Keep it up. You are the mother of Africa. If we do not care, not disturb about the destabilizations of the undermining of the peace in Africa, then seriously, we're in a problem. Yeah.
So women should take up the leadership and not just women, because when we even say women, that's when all these things about gender, but when we say mothers should take up the responsibility, talk to their sons, to their children. I mean, if you imagine the mother of Dr. Abiy and the mother of the Tigran leader, or the president of Sudan, or the mother of Uganda, and they're talking to their son as a mother of the land. Sometimes, we give too much privileges and think that, they
I
can
know
shudder
we
it,
are
but we
we are
women relax
nobody.
sometimes.
We are nobody to change anything, neither to say much, but at least as mothers, somebody did listen to all of us tonight. And then as a team, we can find a solution one day. Somebody has to say something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mata. We are 9 minutes into this. um, I'm loving because David is saying Dr. Tata has a policy against flirting with the guests. Yes, please. I have policy against flirting with the guests, particularly you don't want to do that with Dr. Mata. Dr. Mata is a happily married mother, queen, woman. I know it. Okay.
Mother, yeah.
Yes, I have a policy of you not messing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mata. I know you see when you smile like this, you see why I'm being blamed, why I have this policy. I mean, we understand. Thank you for cheering our hearts this evening. Honestly, I mean, you have watered our hearts, what I think, because I know we were already getting up to the point of like, but you just come, you water our hearts like, no, we are one, we're a team. We have to do it together, one with the other, not one against the other or one before the other. We have to come on board as a team. And so I want to thank you so much because we're still going to have Maponga wants to make also a statement on Ethiopia, and he'll be coming up definitely this week. But also, we also had Dr. Mata. I don't know if you heard that one or it's just still another rumors. Like we say, the Western media, when they pick something, they run away. Did you hear about the situation of the Chinese claiming all their airports because of debts or whatever? Uganda, we heard, Zambia, we heard, and others are also queuing up. But you know what? When I see the media, particularly the Western media, talk about something
Because
so
if you
much
don't know
that
how
all
to
of
make
them just
deals,
suddenly get interest.
include the women. When you make deal, include the women. Should you include women in your deal, you will never have any Chinese taking over our airport for any country. Include women.
Ashe.
Because they have a business acumen. Negotiation is very important. You have to know what you want. If you don't know, we'll mortgage the country. Not only the country, we end up mortgaging Africa. And please, let us not do so. Let us not go that direction.
Include the women in your negotiation. You know how we negotiate. We negotiate always to win. So that's the reason why you need to put women to negotiate. You can never go wrong.
Because they are the chef in the kitchen. Some people are just there to wash dishes. And if the chef is not in the kitchen, believe me, there's no food come out cooked in that kitchen. Women are the chef in the kitchen. So keep that in mind. Include them, leaders.
Absolutely.
Include women in your negotiation. Otherwise, we end up mortgaging Africa to somebody else. I don't know who. Please. It's very important.
Very important. I agree. I mean, you all hear that, the government of Germany has changed. It's not going to be Dr. Angela Merkel that we all know. We call her Mutti. Mutti means mother. That's how Germans call her. And but the woman that is not a woman that is going to replace her. But I just want to say her external minister is 4 years. And why? Just even though a lot of Germans are holding the opinion that she's young, she's this, but of course, because she used to be the spokes and the negotiating theater for Angela's policy. And you see the role that women would play. When women negotiate, they don't show teeth. So include us. To be honest, put us as front line to sign those contracts with Chinese or the Europeans, and you see the deal that we're going to bring to the continent. Engage us. Don't be afraid of us.
Yes,
Thank you,
right.
Dr. Mata.
We are your mothers and your sisters, and you're everything. Of course, you are our, yeah. Mhm. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Thanks once again, Susan. Dr.
Yes.
Susan, thank you so much. And thank you for having me. And of course, I'll be back again with a different topic. Today, my concern was disturbed by, yeah, by Ethiopia.
By Ethiopia. Yes.
Mm.
All right. When do you think, Doctor, before you leave, when do you think that we can get you soon? Because, now, can we see get you in December before January? There's really an important thing that I want us to discuss because we've just launched our application. And you, like our patron on the Pan African Daily TV and the Africa We Want Global, I would like to officially present this and the team to you. When do you think you can be available?
I'm on your disposal. I'm on
Oh,
your disposal. Yeah, you can
thank
call
you
me
so
anytime.
much.
Yes. I'll be
Thank you.
available for you. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night to you,
Thanks.
Dr. Mata.
Thanks once again.
All the best. Stay safe out there. We're seeing you very soon on the continent. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yeah, stay safe and healthy.
Yeah. Stay safe as well. Thank you. Yeah. So thank you also for tuning in a great numbers to watch this great historical speech of who it was. How many voices on the continent have we heard them calling on an emergency to address the situation in Ethiopia, to keep reminding us on the need to put a straight eye on Ethiopia to make sure that the continent is safe and that they should come out with a peace treaty, as I can say. They are brothers, they are sisters. Even I heard the other day, Dr. Abiy made a statement, and that's why we should understand Amharic. We should learn Amharic, not just only Swahili. I mean, we're intelligent. We can learn 10 languages. Imagine the languages that we speak, foreign language. I speak French. I speak German. I speak English. I speak Meta. I speak, how many other dialects? Portuguese and that. So imagine now we have to take time, learn Amharic, learn Swahili, learn Chui, learn some of this very Lingala. Lingala is almost like, Swahili. They have some common words. We have to pick up all these things. Learn Chinese. Yes. If not, they will speak things on a continent that you don't know. You won't hear. When they're signing those contracts, they would negotiate and be speaking in their dialect. Chinese are very clever on that. I schooled with them. So we have to learn those foreign languages. It's a diversity for us so that when we're sitting at the table, they say anything, you have to hear. If you don't hear, you're vulnerable. Okay, so I'm really thanking you that you join in spontaneously on this Monday broadcast, which was not the case, to listen to this great woman, sister, daughter, and a lady of the continent who just came here this evening to water our heart. And so we have to be conscious. Leadership is not a position, it's a passion and a dedication. And I love that so much. Now, you saw that we've just been posting the conference in our daily TV live, Pan African Daily TV conferencing application, which is still only available in the Android version. But if you are an Apple user, you can already download it directly from the website. It's live. And you begin to do your 1-month trial, what we say. I mean, this application, please don't ignore it. Don't just say Africans and we sit here and talk about unity. And when the tools to our unity are there, you ignore it. You know, that's what we were saying. We're slow. So it's not, just like Dr. Mata said, it's not about you. It's about the continent. Anything that we innovate or we develop, it is for motherland. Nobody's going to own it. Even to put a pattern on it, we put a pattern on it for the continent, not for Dr. Susan, not for Dr. Mata, not for Dr. Arikana. It is anything. The ADDI is an institution of the continent. The Pan-African Daily TV and all the platforms that we build, it's for the continent and the young people. Dr. Mata's all her businesses and even the Girl Child Foundation that she's putting on the continent is for the continent. It's not for her. These are legacies. So if we come up with an app that gives you the possibility to stream endless, unlimited video conferencing and all that, first in history, take advantage of it. Run with it. It is for you. It is not for me. It is for motherland. And even when you use it, we're going to pass it on to the generation. So none of us is owning anything that we're developing in this century. So we're having a lot of platforms already. So for us to think, how do we use these platforms to our advantage without having the tool was crazy. We develop things and then we use other applications and then we wonder why we are helpless. So exactly why we were building those platforms, we thought about a solution that will connect us, particularly now that the lockdown is coming. People are going to be really, really cut off, from communication, from interaction, so to save ourselves and to save, the lives of others. And that's why this app is coming at the right time. We already threw it out there. We're going to be putting a lot of communication the whole of this week because we have a 1-month trial. And this trial is not just only because when you try for free, then you are going to start subscribing to use that application, but it is a trial so that we know the capacity that we can host. And so that we can enlarge the server. The server is already very big and it is on the continent. Yeah. But then, so we control the narratives and we control our streams and we control everything that is on it. Yes. But of course, we're still operating under the global satellite systems. But it doesn't matter because the first thing for us was to challenge ourselves to put a competition, an alternative out there. Okay. And now it is ready. We have cooked the food and now we serve it. It is for you now to eat it. Okay? Because sometimes we have this syndrome. If it was an Indian or even a Chinese that would say, oh, the conferencing app, we will run and collect it and even pay triple what you're paying. But when you hear that it's an African, and even when we start complaining, oh, we don't develop, I don't think, a lot of Africans have built incredible structures, but Africans don't support it. They collapse it. That's how sick they have made us to hate ourselves. Okay. So, but we want to change this narrative and we're changing it because we have the daily TV platform, which is this one that you're seeing and has its own website. And we will be streaming with our own application, the conferencing on this daily TV homepage. We also have the daily TV radio that is coming for all the audios and all the producers of, news also in that platform. Remember, we're changing the narratives. Remember, we're creating our own stories by ourselves, right? And so we have the daily newspaper also, daily TV newspaper. The platform is also ready. And we're looking for content creator. Now we have a whole set of more than 100 volunteers that we are going to do a workshop this week with them. Bring your talent to the platform. Because the thing is, we want to change the system of our education. I am not saying me. We are only taking the challenges that we've been discussing here with you, trying to look for solutions, like we're saying. And our motto, seeking African solutions to African challenges by Africans for Africa, just like Dr. Mata said. So all the conversations that we've been doing, you've been tabling, oh, the problem is because we don't have our own. Now the platform is there. Oh, the problem is because, our educational system. Now we are going to use this to create an alternative educational system. What do I mean? Means hostings or presentation or your meetings or your webinars, you can host unlimited. When I say unlimited, thousands, right? At the same time. What kind of application can you use to revolutionize an educational system more than this? Okay, so we stop using alternative service, oh, limited number of days, or limited hours, this. No, we did something with the spirit of uniting and connecting us and changing our continent. So the conferencing app, you have those applications on it. We have the classroom whiteboard service on it, where you can do your presentation, host a class of all. You want to talk about history, you want to talk about science, you want to do business, you want to do wholesales and retail, whatever thing, engineering, entrepreneurship, it is all now ready. The food is ready. It depends on you. So take the free 1 month version, try it so that we can see what are the things that probably we need to change on it. But from January, you're going to start subscribing membership to get your own. Of course, there are also features that we're saying we connect ourselves, like the audio and video calls are for free, even though we know that we have the services to maintain. So we would also count on you for your donation. Yeah, those that are not able to using it, but of course, all of us buy fancy things so we can also support our own, so that we can control our negative and narratives for once and all. Remember what Mother told us. She said it, put your money where your mouth is. Haven't we've learned it a lot? Dr. Mata is also here saying it. These are our mothers. We have to be wise. We have to be so jealous of our own that we want to keep it among us. Okay? So I look forward. It is already running. You're already seeing people are sharing it. It's called D-Live Conferencing. You see the logo is green and a gray, it's us. It is warm, it is easy, it is fast, it is durable. Lawrence called me from the Caribbean last night when I was in a meeting online, and he called me on it and we chatted for 30 minutes. It was as if we were in the same space. It is fast, it is easy, it is clear, no buffering. And in the coming weeks or months, you see us doing our daily streams like we're doing here. So you can also do yours. You have the broadcasting studio. Exactly everything that we're doing now is on that application, and even more. You can do money transfers on it. You can pay your bills. Can you imagine? Pay your bills directly from your home. Remember, because we're not going to be going out anymore. We're going to be locked down. But business will continue to go. You will need to pay bills. You will need to order things. We will need to host meetings. We will need to do our events online until the world is safe again, like they're saying, for us to move and meet face to face like that. It's not going to be as usual. We see it coming, and it can even hit harder. So we already were prepared with this solution. Go ahead, share it, test it, give us a feedback. And while we're working on the application to put it for Apple users, you can already download it through the normal link, www.conferencing.com. Okay. So I thank you so very much for being our audience. And we're on the right track. I'm so confident, so proud, I'm so humbled, I'm so honored. And I want to thank the developers of this app. And they did it voluntarily. Do you want to believe me? So it's not a business kind of a thing. They put in energy and say, we have been talking, we need our own. So it's depending on you to maintain it, take it. You will never find any prices that are comparable to that. Imagine alternative services that are giving you limited conferencing with 500 people and only 40 minutes. But we are going to, the conference is giving you unlimitless, and you can pay in a month or weekly $7 or something just to maintain the server and orders. And so you can imagine you subscribe and use all the features for 150 euros in a year, right? So it is our time. We don't even believe it, but we better start believing it right now, because the change is here and the change is now, and that is the change. Okay. So we see ourselves tomorrow. I don't actually know whether I would confirm with Maponga, who is on his way back from the conference in Zambia. or we are going to get another guest, but also on this topic and the issue with Ethiopia, the issue with Uganda, and this Chinese taking over the airport. But also the issue with the pandemic, how we should start taking a lot of precautions again, educating ourselves, like Dr. Mata said. Sometimes when we're ignorant, and so we got caught in it, right? So there's a lot going on. Thank you so very much, and we see ourselves tomorrow. Good night. Bye-bye. Yep. Asante sana. Karibuni. Let me say again for those that are joining us in Madase. Yeah. We see ourselves tomorrow. Tuku pamoja. All the best. Bye.
You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.